Hi guys and gals, today we're gonna talk about the great exercise for developing your back muscles. This exercise is great for developing your rear delt and rhomboid and traps and all the muscles which are in this area. This exercise is not for your lats, although a lot of people believe that it works on their lats. It's not good for the lats. There are other exercises like back rows and pull down, but this exercise can really help you build that V shape because it's just gonna work on your upper back. I'm gonna tell you how to perform this exercise with cables as well, but the focus of today is gonna be with dumbbells. Without further ado, let's talk about all the procedures that you have to keep in mind. And starting from the feet, like always, try to spread the legs so you can come down comfortably. You see, to be able to perform this exercise in the best possible way, you should try to come down and be parallel to the ground. The reason is, the more upright you do the exercise, the more focus it's gonna have on your shoulder and your traps. So when you come down, it's gonna build that upper back more balance. So make sure you come down, try to come as low as you can, and that's all related to your feet positioning. Because if you've got tightness in your hamstring and you just keep your legs narrow together, when you want to do this, you might feel tension here, so you cannot go all the way down. But if you just spread the legs, it's gonna be easier for you to come down. So if the tightness is from here, make sure you spread the legs. And also, if the tightness is from the inside of your legs, try to bring them close and come down. So keep that in mind. The feet positioning, we covered it. The knee positioning. Make sure you do not bend the knee too much. When you bend the knee too much, it's hard for you to push the hip back and bring the chest down. So if you want to do this exercise correctly, it's okay to have a little bit of bend in the knee because it's really hard to keep it all the way straight. But just a little bit of bend and calm down, because the more you bend it, the more the hip comes down and the chest goes up. So make sure the knee is a little bit bent. The hip, as mentioned, try to bring it up, try to align it with your chest. So we mentioned half the body. We come a little bit higher. Make sure you use your abs so you have more balance. Make sure your back is not a slouch. Keep it straight. Push the chest out. Now let's talk about the shoulder, the elbow, and your hand, which is the most important part. Before that, like always, make sure the neck is not back, forward, or to the side. Try to keep the chest, neck, head aligned and in one line with each other. The shoulder, I'm gonna show it from the front. You see, if you just do the exercise like this, compared to doing the exercise like this, as you saw, the second time I showed you, my shoulder was going forward and backward as well. It's called shoulder protraction and retraction. So when I do this, I'm gonna shift the focus more on the middle part of my back, so this area. I'm gonna shift the focus more on that, and also a little bit of your traps as well, which is still in that area. But if I keep my shoulder steady and just move my arm, so it's gonna be like this, the shoulder is not coming forward and back, it's gonna shift the focus more on muscles in this area, like the infraspinatus, your rear delt, and almost all the muscles in this area also including a little bit of lat as well. So this was the shoulder movement. We talked about the elbow. Make sure the arm is not fully straight. So when you do the exercise, not this, not this. Bend the elbow a little bit and make sure you keep that in that position. So you do not flex or extend the elbow in the middle of the exercise. So this is not right. Make sure the elbow is a little bit bent and keep it like that. So this is right. No movement in the elbow when you start the exercise. Also, another thing which is related to the elbow and the shoulder is the degree of abduction, adduction in your shoulder. So the normal way to do this exercise is with your body and arms 90 degrees. So the arms are 90 degrees compared to the body. If you bring it low and do it like this, what you're doing is you're engaging a lot more lats, and it's gonna be a lot more trap engagement, but the upper traps mostly. But when you bring it up and do the exercise like this, it's gonna be more involvement from the lower trap and also more involvement from the shoulder, specifically the mid-delt when you do this exercise. So first I started with 90 degree, and then if you want to target the shoulder more, put your hand like a Y, and if you want to target mostly the lats and the upper trap, bring your arm down. Let's talk about the hand as well. You see, you can grab the dumbbell like this, so with your thumb in front. But the thing is, a lot of people lack the flexibility to put the chest forward, and because of that, if you're one of those people, bring the thumb back. It's gonna be easier for you to do this exercise with more flexibility in your shoulder and do the exercise correctly. Also, another thing that I see a lot of people do is when they want to do this exercise, they bring their arm too much up. Make sure you do not bring it all the way up. So when your hand or your arm is 90 degrees, when you go down, up, here, down. So in one line. Make sure you control that.